Why is it that the child who is doing very well until grades 3, 4, and 5 suddenly begins losing his interest in studies? Homework becomes a battle for such a child, self-study disappears, and parents begin saying, oh, he used to work very hard. I don't know what has happened to him or her. Is this the case of learning burnout? Is this burnout a real thing?
So if you look around at the trends ongoing, the school's annual days, even in the kindergarten stages, those are the fancy dress competitions, the elocution or poetical recitation competitions, we see children in perfect costumes and very loud, clear speech, almost as good as grown-ups, just better rehearsed and better learned. But something happens behind the scenes that stops children from becoming lifelong learners. See, firstly, in our country, the mother tongue is different and the language of education is different. So the children are memorizing their speeches in English. The sentences, the tone, the ideas are certainly not the ones they encounter at home. So they have to force themselves under a lot of pressure and anxiety from the parents to memorize all of that. They have to rehearse the pronunciations, and without really understanding the meaning, they have to perform all of that with action. So naturally, they have to memorize the body language, they have to memorize the pauses, the smiles, the tone. Now, as these children grow up, they start getting their own understanding of the world. Now there are phones around, video games, then the hormones are kicking in, then there's social media. Basically, this entire artificial virtual world where they can achieve so much more with so little effort. And now the children suddenly realize what all the burden they had been carrying, what hardships they had been going throughout their childhood. For that perfect performance on the school stage, how much grilling they had to endure. The joy of learning simply was never experienced, and far from it, all those events come back as flashbacks of bitter memories. How every pause was corrected, every expression had to be rehearsed, every word had to be repeated 50 times. How there was scolding and a lot of repetition.
So the memory of memorization suddenly seems too dense and nightmarish, and that becomes a kind of deterrent. They simply don't want to make an effort anymore because working hard in academics seems exhausting.
Exactly. If the parents had been spoon-feeding them, not only in their school homework, but also in all these rehearsals, and then also doing everything for them, how can a child become independent? He would have no will to be independent. There is no need for the child to be independent. If his timetables are being managed, his bag is packed by the parent, his mother is keeping track of his school tests all the time, his tuition teacher is there to finish the homework, why would he or she take the responsibility?
Oh, I get the irony now. While parents become the project managers, just as employees have their enough is enough moment, the children also rebel. They become resistant to instructions and learning.
In that race of perfect performances, we somewhere take away their will to learn and the sense of being responsible for their chores. That's called learning burnout. That's when they have worked under so much stress before that they simply don't want to relive those memories. So if we want our children not to suffer this learning burnout, let's stop the race of raising impressive children. For Education and Parenting Insights, follow us. All the best.
All the best.